Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cotecna webinar on FASEH. As you may already know, FASEH is a recently launched SFDA platform where importers can raise requests for Certificates of Conformity certificates. In today's session, our presenters Maram and Rahaf will share a detailed look at how the FASEH platform works, its benefits, how the new system affects importers, exporters, and conformity bodies. At the end of the session, there will be a Q&A on FASEH or the SFDA program. So if you have any questions for the presenters, please share them using the Q&A function. The session will also be recorded, and we will be sharing a link to the video as well as the presentation that's going to be shared this morning. Without much further delay, I'm going to hand over to Maram and Rahaf. And hello again to those of you who've just joined us. Maram, Rahaf, over to you.
Hello everyone, good morning. So today I will talk about the new implemented FASEH platform from SFDA, but first of all I will discuss a little bit about us. So Cotecna is a leading provider of testing, inspection and certification services. We are mainly working on 5 main sectors, including manufacturing, agriculture, food, minerals and metals, consumer goods and retail, and government trade solutions. اوكي صباح الخير. اليوم ان شاء الله راح اتكلم عن منصة فسح اللي اطلقتها هيئة الغذاء والدواء. في البداية بتكلم شوي عن كوتكنا. شركة كوتكنا هي شركة رائدة في تقديم خدمات التحليل والتفتيش وإصدار الشهادات أيضا. نشتغل حاليا في 5 مجالات رئيسية، من ضمنها الزراعة والغذاء، المعادن، وكمان في السلع الاستهلاكية، وكمان في التجارة، حلول التجارة أيضا. Okay, so Cotecna has worked in four main regions: Europe and Middle East, Asia, Africa, and America. So we have more than 140 offices and labs with more than 5,000 employees, including also in more than 50 countries. And also we have more than 40,000 clients. اوكي هنا كوتكنا نشتغل في 4 مناطق رئيسية حول العالم. عندنا أمريكا، أفريقيا، وكمان نشتغل في أوروبا والشرق الأوسط، ونشتغل في آسيا بعد. مكتبنا الرئيسي موجود في جنيف. عندنا أكثر من 140 مكتب ومعمل حول العالم بأكثر من 5,000 موظف في أكثر من 50 دولة. أيضا عندنا أكثر من 40,000 عميل حول العالم. Okay, so regarding the testing service we have one of the largest lab in Europe, specialized in chemical, biochemical, microbiological and sensory analysis for food, feed, cosmetics and pharma packaging. بالنسبة لخدمة التحليل، عندنا حنا أكبر معمل في أوروبا يعمل على تحليل المنتجات الغذائية والأعلاف، مستحضرات التجميل والأدوية، وكمان في التغليف. Okay, so for FASEH we have, not for FASEH, for SFDA we have main requirements. The importer must have an account under SFDA. His product should be registered under FASEH platform, and also the importer must have a valid CR with the clear activities. Plus the COC, the Certificate of Conformity, is mandatory before shipment, and labeling and marking should meet SFDA requirements. So all requirements remain the same. The only change we have that the request should be sent through FASEH platform, and these are the regulated product under SFDA. طبعا متطلبات هيئة الغذاء والدواء تشمل أن العميل لازم يكون عنده حساب في هيئة الغذاء والدواء، جميع منتجاته تكون مسجلة في منصة إيكوزما، يكون العميل عنده سجل تجاري فعال بنشاط واضح، وأيضا شهادة المطابقة تعتبر إلزامية قبل الشحن، بالإضافة إلى متطلبات البيانات الإيضاحية على المنتجات تكون متوافقة مع متطلبات هيئة الغذاء والدواء، وهذه منتجات الهيئة المدرجة. فالتغيير الوحيد الآن اللي هو الطلب راح يصير يطلع عن طريق منصة فسح، لكن باقي المتطلبات تكون نفس ما هي. Okay, Cotecna is approved to support SFDA Cosmetics program. So our role is to assess and verify the compliance product that will be exported to KSA according to SFDA requirement. طبعا كوتكنا معتمدة من قبل هيئة الغذاء والدواء لدعم برنامج مستحضرات التجميل، فعملنا هنا هو التدقيق والتحقق من مستحضرات التجميل، تمام، من مطابقتها للمواصفات والمقاييس واللي هي من هيئة الغذاء والدواء، وعلى أساسها يتم مطابقة المنتج. Okay, so what is FASEH? FASEH is a new system implemented by SFDA for COC issuance and clearance of your cosmetics shipment. It's been implemented on 3rd of October. So what is change? The change here is the request must be initiated by the importer, and the COC will be issued through the system directly to the importer, and COC will be electronic version accessible for the authorities to clear the shipment. So the benefit here that the new system is links all parties together like importer, conformity bodies, SFDA and customs, and to facilitate the COC request and clearance and speed up the process. Also traceability and in-market control. Again, the processes change, that will be electronic under FASEH, but the requirement will remain the same. So here is overview about the COC issuance process. First of all, the importer will raise a request on FASEH and add the shipment details. Importer will select Cotecna as a conformity body, then we will receive the request and contact the supplier as per SFDA requirements. Then we will evaluate the request to determine the compliance. At the end, we will issue the certificate through FASEH platform. Here is a deep explanation about the importer platform. So after you log in using your eCosme details, it will appear two features under the system. So you will have the user management. The other one is the FASEH request. So you can initiate a new request, or you can check up on your sending request already sent before. So when you send the request, you will add the bill of lading and invoice details. You will select your product from the eCosme list, and you will add the product details also, and you will select the conformity body. After that, you will submit your request and will be submitted to the conformity body, selected one. تمام، هنا منصة فسح هو منصة مستحدثة من قبل هيئة الغذاء والدواء لإصدار شهادات المطابقة وفسح شحنات مستحضرات التجميل. تم تطبيق هذه المنصة في 3 أكتوبر من السنة. طبعا التغييرات اللي حصلت على المنصة اللي هي أن الطلب راح يصير يطلع عن طريق المستورد عن طريق السيستم، والشهادة راح يتم إصدارها بشكل فوري عن طريق المنصة، والنسخة راح تكون إلكترونية وسهلة الوصول للجهات المعنية عشان إجراءات الفسح بشكل إلكتروني. طبعا إيجابيات المنصة اللي هي أنها راح تربط جميع الجهات المعنية من ضمنها المستوردين، جهات المطابقة، كمان هيئة الغذاء والدواء والجمارك السعودية. أيضا راح تسرع وتسهل إجراءات طلب الشهادة، كمان فسح الشحنات. طبعا راح تساعدنا في سهولة التتبع والسيطرة على السوق السعودي. طبعا مثل ما ذكرنا سابقا كل المتطلبات تبقى نفس ما هي، لكن فقط المختلف اللي هو أن الطلبات راح تصير تطلع عن طريق منصة فسح. طبعا هنا عندنا اللي هي عملية إصدار الشهادة من البداية. طبعا بشكل مبسط المستورد راح يرفع طلب عن طريق منصة فسح، راح يضيف بيانات الشحنة بالتفاصيل من ضمنها بوليصة الشحن والفواتير وغيرها. بعدها راح يختار كوتكنا كجهة مطابقة، راح يصلنا الطلب عن طريق الموقع. بعدها راح نتواصل مع العميل للتحقق من مطابقة المنتج لمواصفات هيئة الغذاء والدواء. راح نراجع وندقق الملفات النهائية هل هي مطابقة ونتحقق من مطابقتها. في الأخير راح نصدر شهادة عن طريق منصة فسح. هنا بشكل أكثر موضح اللي هي لمنصة المستوردين لهيئة الغذاء والدواء. بعد ما تدخل لمنصة فسح عن طريق الإيكوزما، اسم المستخدم لإيكوزما والرمز السري أيضا نفس البيانات راح تدخلها على منصة فسح. راح يصير عندك خيارين، يا إما تضيف مستخدم أو إنك ترفع طلب عن طريق السيستم أو تشيك على طلبات سابقة. فلما تدخل على الطلبات السابقة راح ترفع الطلب، المعلومات المطلوبة من ضمنها بيانات بوليصة الشحن وكمان الفاتورة. راح تضيف المنتجات اللي أنت راح تستوردها إلى المملكة العربية السعودية من قائمة إيكوزما الموجودة. كمان راح تضيف تفاصيل المنتجات، بالإضافة إلى تختار جهة مطابقة. بعد كذا ترفع الطلب عن طريق المنصة ويوصل لجهة المطابقة. رهف.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. I will be presenting the platform from inside in both English and Arabic. Maram, can you move the slide? Okay, so here is the platform. You will log in here to your account using your eCosma login details. راح تدخل على المنصة باستخدام اليوزر نيم والباسورد للإيكوزما. بعد كذا okay. Okay, Maram. Yeah, so here we have, this is the platform from inside. We have here on the left side the user management and the FASEH request. The user management, here you can add contact officers. So the contact officer will have, they don't have full access to the system. The FASEH requests will be you would add a new request here. اليوزر مانجمنت راح يكون تقدر تضيف ضباط الاتصال. ضباط الاتصال ما يكون عندهم كل الصلاحيات، يقدرون يضيفون طلبات ويلغون طلبات، بس ما يكون عندهم فل اكسس على كل يعني كل الشيبمنتس او كل المنتجات اللي عندكم. طلب الفسح راح يكون من نفس النظام. من هنا راح تدخلون طلب فسح جديد، ومن هنا بتكون أيضا إصدار شهادة المطابقة. Here we will add a new request. Okay, Maram, next slide. Okay, so here we have 4 steps for the request. First, you add the bill of lading. Bill of lading and the date and the shipment country, shipment port, and the declaration number. Sometimes we don't have the declaration number, so you can add zeros for now. طيب فمعلش بس بالعربي. طيب فهنا راح يكون أول شيء ندخل بوليصة الشحن، بعد كذا راح ندخل بيانات البوليصة اللي هي غالبا تاريخ. بعد كذا راح ندخل الدولة والميناء أو البورت. بعدين إذا ما كان فيه بيان جمركي ممكن إنه إحنا نحط أصفار مبدئيا يعني إلى أن تحل المشكلة هذه. Okay, after that we you put here the invoice number and the invoice date, and we upload the invoice. This is mandatory, so we have to upload the invoice here. هنا راح نحط الفاتورة وراح تكون إلزامية، وراح نرفع منها نسخة ونحط التاريخ هنا. بعدين save and continue. Okay. Here we add the registered product. So when we need to add a new product, we have to add it first in eCosma. Then we can add it here. If sometimes some products does not appear here, so what you would do is you would have to contact the support here for FASEH. Then they will provide you with the IT, because it's an IT issue, so it will be solved inshallah. هنا راح نضيف الإيكوزما registered product، راح يكون من نظام الإيكوزما، يعني ما نقدر نضيف product جديد من هنا، لازم يكون مضاف في الإيكوزما قبل. في حال عدم القدرة على الوصول للمنتج من خلال نظام فسح، لازم تتواصلون مع الإيميل السبورت للنظام فسح، وهم راح يساعدونكم تحلون المشكلة. بعد كذا راح بعد كذا راح نحط نفس الشيء ال HS code. ممكن ال HS code تكون موجودة، يعني حاليا ما هي موجودة، ممكن خلال الأيام الجاية راح تنحل هذه المشكلة. الباتش نمبر لازم يكون موجود هنا، لازم يضاف، واللات نمبر يضاف. في حال كان ما عندكم إلا رقم واحد، ممكن يسمح بتكرار الرقم. في حال كان الرقم يحتوي على أحرف، في هذه الحالة ممكن يضاف الرقم بس كأرقام، بعدين الحروف ممكن تنحط كنوت تحت إنه اللات نمبر أو الباتش نمبر بهذا الشكل. upload files، راح تضيفون هنا الملفات اللي أي ملفات تحتاجون تضيفونها تقدرون تضيفونها هنا. Okay, so here we can add the HS code. Not all HS codes are available for now, but in few days they will be, inshallah. We select the invoice, then we add the batch number and the lot number and all the details here. The batch number and lot number, they only accept numbers, no letters acceptable. So if we have letters in the number, we can add only the numbers, and then we can add the letters in the notes. Also, if you have only one number, for example, you have only batch number, you can duplicate it. So you write the batch number, then you write it again in the lot number. Okay, these are temporary solutions only. Okay, then you would see the product here on the left side. You have to press save changes before you go to the next step. Then apply for conformity request on selected products. هنا الموضح على اليسار المنتج ومعلومات المنتج، لازم تحفظون التغييرات قبل الذهاب للصفحة الثانية. بعد كذا راح ترفعون طلب مطابقة. بعد كذا راح تروحون next step. اوكي، راح تختارون جهة المطابقة. You choose the CB now. Okay, then submit the request. آخر شيء ينرفع الطلب، الطلب يوصلنا، يندي رسمي قبلنا ويتم إصدار الشهادة. Okay, so here some information is required. Shipment reference, the BL, exporter details, importer, product details, eCosma number. It has to be from eCosma. Batch number, quantity, and total weight. The documents required, the shipment invoice is mandatory. You have to upload this one. Okay. Okay, here we have some updates for circular updates. Okay, Maram. Okay, so we have circular on titanium dioxide updated this year, and then we have another circular about HICC, which is also updated. For more information, you can visit the SFDA website. Here is the circulars. Okay. Any questions?
We have a few questions. One question is, please advise whether we can get the English version of today's Google Meet material about SFDA FASEH program. As previously mentioned at the start of the presentation, the session is being recorded and shall be sent to all participants afterwards, as well as the presentation, which will be available in both English and Arabic. For Maram and Rahaf, after request is sent to the CB, can importers make some edits to the applied requests or not? Because sometimes invoices can be 40 to 50 lines, and if they make mistakes during the data entry, how then do they re-enter?
Okay, dear. From our side, we will contact the client directly and we will check with him if these are the final product that he wants to export to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, sorry.
To Saudi Arabia, and after that, if there is any missing information, we can return the maybe if there is any missing data, we will share. We will return the request again to the client so he can add the products again.
Next question. Can alphanumeric data be captured on the portal?
Sorry, dear, what?
Can alphanumeric, like letters A, B, C, can they be captured on the portal? Or like, you know, when you write IV to safe, can that be captured on the portal?
For now, it is not. But as I said, they can add it as a note because now the system is not accepting only numbers, no letters. So this will be solved as per the SFDA. They are working on some technical issues, but for now, they can add it as a note.
Another question. Products that can be imported to Saudi Arabia must be registered on eComSA or not?
All products must be registered in COSMA before even requesting for COC. All products.
This is for cosmetics products.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Cosmetic products, yes.
Thank you, Maram and Rahaf. If there are no more questions, Would you like to share any final remarks before we wrap up?
Tendai, I think there are a couple of questions in the queue that have just come up. We can go over those as well.
So these are the most frequently asked questions. So the COC will be issued on the platform. The cost, there will be no fees applied on the platform for submitting any request. The user, the account, the owner can manage to add any accounts under any sub-account under the main account. And for any technical support, you can contact faseh.support@thaqa.sa. Any other question, Tendai?
Yes, there is one new question. An anonymous user stated that they've used the system before and it looks mandatory to put batch number and lot number. Must you enter both of them, as some products only have one? What do you suggest?
Yes, as I mentioned before, you can duplicate the numbers. So if you have only, let's say, a lot number, you can put it in the batch number and the lot number. This is only temporary until they solve the problem.
Okay, next question. Is the FASEH platform for COCs already launched or not?
Yes, it is. It was implemented in the 3rd of October.
If we need to finalize the COC before shipping, in that case, there is no BOL. How will we finalize?
Actually, for now, it is mandatory to add it before, but this question came up in the SFDA meeting, and it's with the other questions that they are now working on, or the other issues, sorry, that they are working on solving. So maybe, inshallah, in few days, or we don't know, but it will be solved, inshallah.
What if the nomination was received directly from the exporter side? What should importers do?
Actually, it should be through the importer. So the importer will look into his account and send the request to the CP through the platform. Then we will contact the supplier, even if it's importer, exporter, or any party. We can discuss with them the needful documents and requirements. But the request should be sent through the importer. So the importer will open his account and send the request through it, through FASEH.
Will the draft arrive before issuance like before?
Sorry, dear?
Will the draft arrive before issuance like before?
No, it will be issued directly through the system. Once we assure that the product is compliant with the SFDA requirement, the COC will be issued directly.
So the COC can be accessible directly. No need for drafts.
In the presentation, you mentioned application shall be done before shipment. Okay, I think you've already addressed this question. It's the one about the bill of lading. Will Cotecna provide shipment inspection first at the shipper warehouse before importer can get instruction to shipper to do loading?
Sorry, dear, could you please repeat?
If Cotecna is doing the COC issuance, will Cotecna be doing pre-shipment inspection at the shipper warehouse before the importer can give instruction to shipper to do loading?
It's a procedure.
Yeah, dear. Yes.
So Cotecna will be doing pre-shipment inspection before the ship is loaded.
Yeah, it's depend case to case, dear, but we do inspection for shipment.
I think this question might still be unclear as it's been asked again. Is it possible to edit the application after submission, or will you need to make a new application?
No, dear. From our side, after the client submits the request, he cannot edit. But from our side, we can return the request again to the client and he can edit. And to add more product to the invoice, I think he should send another request.
Yeah, it's flexible.
Some e-COMSA numbers are not appearing on FASA. How do importers process the request?
For this one, they have to contact this email showed here, FASEH support@thiqa.sa. They will work on solving the problem.
Okay, an importer is asking about the privacy issues of the platform. What is SFDA's position on data privacy since my suppliers issue COC for me? And if I share with them my login details, will they have access to information from all other suppliers? This is something we really don't want to happen. Please advise.
Yes, so when you go in the platform, you will see the management. Maram, can you go back to the slide? So you can add contact officers. So what does this mean is that you have full access to the platform, but the contact officer will only have like access to add or to delete only the new requests. So they only add or edit or delete new requests. They cannot have full access to the platform. So you don't have to worry about the privacy. Here in the user management section, you can add contact officers. And you can add them and you can remove them anytime.
For submitting requests for COC, should importers upload any lab analysis reports for products?
Yes, dear. If he has already tested his product before, he can add them.
If shipment will move and then we will finalize the COC, with AWB, it will delay the clearance, especially for air freight. How can we solve this issue? Should I repeat the question?
Yes, actually, it wasn't clear.
I think the importer is asking, is saying that because the issue of the COC will delay clearance, especially for cargo that comes through air freight. How can they solve this problem?
I think we'd have to study the case because I'm not sure actually. But since they are requiring now the COC from the platform, then I don't think that we have we can do something about it. So it must be done before the clearance.
Who creates the FASEH account? Do importers have to create their own accounts or do CBs create them?
So the importer will create his account.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
No,
now.
sorry. Can you repeat
Yeah.
what you said?
Yeah, I was saying that actually he will use the login details for eCosma. Each importer will use the login details for eCosma, same username and password. He will log in through FASEH with the C.
So importers can use their eCosma details to log on to FASEH.
Yes,
Another question, how long does it take for CBs to issue the COC after submitting through FASEH?
it's dependent case to case. So if all the details, all the documents and the product is compliance, it will be issued within 48 hours. If not, we will have an off-record negotiation between us and the client to fulfill the SFDA requirements.
How can importers generate AWB before processing the request to dispatch?
Based on SFDA platform request, I think it should be mentioned as a mandatory information, all the details of the AWB, and also including BL.
We have a few more questions. Can I apply to another Cotecna office instead of the office in my country?
We have only Saudi office, so he will choose the Saudi office from the platform, and we will target the client if the supplier in other country and we need other documents or details, we can link the clients with our other office. And yeah, he actually can contact any one of other offices. He can contact them and he will send the request through the system to Cotecna Saudi.
Okay. Will COCs need to be applied before shipper can ship the goods, or COC can be applied after the goods are shipped?
After, yeah, after.
Will the import contact officer be my supplier contact person?
Anyone, dear. He can add anyone as a sub account.
Is it possible to use the old system?
You mean eCosma?
Yes.
Yeah,
The old system before the launch of FASEH.
Yeah. It will be linked there. So eCosma platform will be linked with FASEH platform. So all the product registered under eCosma will appear in FASEH platform, and FASEH platform is for COC issuance and sending requests to CPs, plus for clearance.
So just to clarify this point, actually they will be using the old platform. If they mean eCosma, they cannot raise a request if they didn't register the product first in the platform. So first they register the product in eCosma, then they can proceed with issuing the COC and FASEH for clearance.
Do you have an office in Jeddah?
No.
Where is the office in Saudi Arabia located?
We have two offices, one in Riyadh, the other one is in Khobar.
Air freight shipment storage charges are very high at the airport, and on daily basis, if we finalize COC before clearance and we face issues in FASA, is this a feasible approach?
It's recommended actually to send the request before arrival, before the shipments arrive to KSA, so we can finalize the COC before it's arrived to KSA to avoid such situations.
This question has come up again. Maybe it needs further clarification. Some CBs are still using the old system without implementing FASA. Is there a grace period?
Actually, no, it's not a grace period. All the importer need to send their request through the system, and all the COCs should be issued through FASEH platform, and only COCs issued through FASEH platform starting from 3rd of October will be accepted by SFDA.
The weight which we need to mention on when filling the form, is this per price or carton? Sorry, is this per piece or carton?
Per piece.
I think we have covered all the questions. Thank you so much, Maram and Rahaf, and thank you for our attendees. We shall compile all your questions and send them together along with the answers with the presentation. Maram, Rahaf, do you have any final comments before we end this webinar?
Thank you, Dia. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. If anyone has any question or need more clarification regarding FASEH or any procedure, they can contact us directly. Thank you.
Thank you all. We shall be in touch within the next 24 hours with a presentation. Please do follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn for the latest FASA and Saudi conformity program updates. Please share your questions so that we can get them to the compilation, and we will be sending that out along with the presentation. Please also follow us on our website at cotecna.com or exporttosaudi.com for the latest SFDA updates. Enjoy the rest of your days. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.